In this English lesson, I wanted to help you learn the English phrase, back at it. You can see here I have the entire sentence, I'm back at it. When you say you're back at something, it means that you were doing it and then you stopped doing it and now you're doing it again. I was definitely making short videos on this channel. I was making short English lessons, and then a couple of weeks ago I took a break and now I'm back at it. So my plan, this video, you're watching it on a Wednesday, there will be another one on Friday, and next week there will be one on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I'm back at it. You'll get short English lessons 3 times a week again for the rest of 2022. There might be the odd week here and there where I take a day off, but for sure you'll be getting 3 a week. But don't I take 1 day a month off? I think I do. I'm back at it, but I'm a little rusty. It's hard to remember how to do this. The second phrase I wanted to teach you today is the phrase back in the day. When we say back in the day in English, we're talking about a time a long time ago. So I could say back in the day, I used to smoke cigarettes. When I was in my early 20s, I was a cigarette smoker. So I could say back in the day when I talk about that. I could say back in the day, I was a really good student when I was in school. So the phrase back in the day is used to talk about a time that was a long time ago. And usually you're remembering things fondly, but it doesn't have to be, I guess. You could say, back in the day, I used to drive without my seatbelt on. Can you believe that? That was when I was a teenager. I don't do that anymore. I always have my seatbelt on when I drive now. Anyways, to review, when you say I'm back at it, it means that you were doing something, you stopped doing it for a little while, and now you've started to do it again. So I'm back at it when it comes to English lessons here on this channel, and on my other channel too, by the way. And when you say back in the day, you're simply talking about a time long ago when you're remembering something that you used to do. But hey, let's look at a comment from a previous video. This comment is from Ekaterina. I am sorry, but where is the snow? And my response, you'll see in the next video. So I know it's been a couple of weeks and things have changed a little bit around here. As you can see behind me, we have certainly moved into the winter season. It's January, there is snow everywhere. In fact, you might like this. Let me spin you around. On this tree here, you can see there's beautiful little layers of snow on the branches. We certainly are now in full winter mode. It's -7 right now. I know I'm outside with no gloves and no winter hat, but hey, I'm Canadian, we're kind of used to this, and I'm not going to be outside for too long. You can see behind me that the river is a little bit frozen. I don't want to walk too far out because it's quite windy, so I'll try to stay where I'm sheltered from the wind and still give you a little bit of a view of that. So the river has frozen, but the ice is nowhere near safe to go on right now. The ice is very, very thin. In fact, in some spots you can still see a little bit of water. But anyways, we are very happy that it is winter. I know that might sound crazy to some of you. When I came out just now, I had just had a shower, and when I walked outside, my hair froze a little bit. For those of you who live in places where you have winter, you might be familiar with that phenomenon. When you go outside with wet hair when it's this cold, sometimes your hair gets a little bit crunchy because it freezes when you walk outside. It's kind of a funny Canadian thing, maybe a Russian thing, and for those of you that live in countries where it's really, really cold. Anyways, I'm back at it. I'm happy to be back at it. Happy New Year, by the way, and I'll see you in a couple days with another short English lesson. Bye.